what I want to know is how should they try and guard Jokic? What is it that you saw against him? You had some quality minutes late in that series.
Yeah, you listen, Jokic MVP, you're not going to be able to stop him. You got to make it tough for him. And for me, guarding him, it started meeting him early. And I think old school bigs, coaches teach us, meet him early. Put a body on him. You see this? I'm getting low center of gravity because Jokic plays a lot of stand-up, upright. So for me, always make him feel you. Push him off the spots. RJ, every inch counts. See right here, holding your ground, pushing him off his sweet spot. You know, as a scorer, if you got to work extra hard, you're going to take shots like this.
And that's fine. You live with shots like that. You body him up, he shoots a turnaround. What else?
Same thing. Fight for real estate. Fight for your real estate early, and that's what I'm doing. Getting low center of gravity, pushing off the spot.
Out.
2 feet away from the rim, dribble handoff, not there. He's floating around now, wants to duck in. Nope, I'm gonna play swim move, how we were taught in Little League. Now you go top of the key. Shot clock running out, butter situation.
Good contest. Good contest. And what I like about it is that you are always on his body. It doesn't matter. Every inch you're holding him, every inch you're pushing him. When he goes out, you're doing a little bit more. Okay, so my next question is this. How do you try and slow down Jokic and Murray in that two-man game?
I mean, this is what their go-to. In the fourth quarter, this is what they go to. This is when Jamal had 20 points against us in game 2. Listen, Jamal Murray, when he's going left in the pick and roll, keeping the ball in his left hand, he's at 25% efficiency rating. Going right, he's at 75. So for us, we try to force him going left. I think, me personally, I think in the fourth quarter, or maybe the second half, I think the Heat are going to have to put Jimmy on Jamal and put Bam on Jokic and switch the 1-5 pick and roll. Keep a guy in front of you.
I think, I mean, obviously Bam starts on Joker. Unlike last series where AD isn't quite as comfortable out on the floor, like out in space, Bam can guard guards. So with Bam guarding guards, he'll be very comfortable guarding Joker in space. So whereas Joker's advantage was in space in the last series, at the top of the key, in the mid-post, actually operating in space, I think that's actually to Bam's advantage this series. Joker's advantage this series against Bam would be to use his size, like get as deep post touches as you can get. Trying to use his size and physicality as an advantage versus Bam. Because in space, Bam's fast, he's strong, he's athletic. So I think in space, Bam can win that. He's not as tall as Joker. He doesn't weigh as much as Joker. Joker plays he plays off of contact. He don't necessarily play through contact. He plays off of contact. He looks for contact for rhythm and if he's posting you up and you're hitting, and he's backing down and you're using a lot of force, he rolls off, right? So he plays counteracts off of physicality. And so I think with that will then allow him to use his nimbleness. Because if Bam is getting super physical to combat the size, now that allows Joker, whereas he's not fast as Bam, moves laterally like Bam, now that allows, because Bam's probably leaning in to use all of his force, now that allows him to use all of his counters. And so I think that'll be a fun matchup to watch.
All right, speaking of the Heat, Jimmy Butler. What are you seeing from Jimmy Butler? How should the Denver Nuggets guard him?
Do you go to Michael Malone and say, pick me, I want this, I want the other team's best guy?
No, I think it's kind of just like an unspoken, but I would if I had to, for sure. like when other teams, like we got great defenders on this team. We got KCP, we got Bruce Brown, a couple other guys. Jeff Green can really guard. And we got guys that can play good defense. But when somebody gets going and somebody's water is going, I take it on myself to try and cut that person's water off.
Well, this is Aaron Gordon. He said he wants to cut the water off. Well, this is the guy. His water's been flowing since Milwaukee. So listen, can Aaron Gordon stay out of foul trouble and make it tough for Jimmy? Listen, Jimmy Butler is getting to the free throw line 9 times a game in the playoffs.
Yep.
That's a lot of easy buckets. So can Aaron Gordon use his big body size, because they're like size, his quickness and athleticism to make it tough for him? Have him take the fadeaway jump shots. Have him settle for threes, because that's a big part of Jimmy's game, is getting to the free throw line.
Well, and I know.
But I think KCP will probably start on Jimmy. KCP is a hound. KCP's physical. But maybe you do start, if you're starting Aaron Gordon on Jimmy, see, my adjustment would be Aaron Gordon, right? But if you're starting Aaron Gordon on Jimmy and that doesn't work, then you go to KCP. If Jimmy has his confidence rolling because he got going on Aaron Gordon, now he's going to post KCP. He's going to try to get KCP in there and use his shoulder, use his size against KCP. So my adjustment, I would rather go KCP and my adjustment be Aaron Gordon. But it'll be interesting to see how they match up with that. So if I'm the Miami Heat, some of my friends was asking me, like, what do you do with Tyler Hero? Like, do you not bring Tyler Hero back? What do you do with Tyler Hero? And I said, for me personally, I would bring him back. Like, he's too talented not to bring back. But I wouldn't slot him into rotation. Why wouldn't I slot him into rotation? Well, again, remember all the guys that I just spoke about having a rhythm. I don't want to mess with that rhythm. So what I'm going to save Tyler Hero for is when I need a spark. Like if I need a spark. Say we go down 1-0, we go down 2-0, we need a spark. Tyler comes in, he gets it going. That can change everything for you. But if you go Tyler Hero and it doesn't go wrong, it doesn't go right, so then do you back out of it? And if you back out of it, then when do you go back? Can you go back? Do you go back? Then the question becomes, does Tyler Hero accept that? Because you run into those issues all the time in this league. And I hope he can understand that. Sometimes it's hard for guys to understand that, let alone younger guys. But I hope he understands that. And, in winning a championship, there are times where people have to sacrifice. And if you can't sacrifice, you don't win. Quite frankly, I'm still working through this and trying to figure it all out and looking at these different matchups and stuff. So I'm not quite sure yet who I'm ready to go with to win this series, because I'm still dissecting it and